Hey everybody,
Hi guys.
I'm Michael,
I'm Sam.
and this is
Sis
Synopsis. Well, today is our first episode that does not have to do with the Oscars. Are you guys so excited to not hear us ramble about that shit anymore?
I already miss it.
I do too.
Next year,
hurry.
We're ready.
Yep. So, what are we going to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sammy actually brought something up today that I think would be fun for us to discuss. So would you like to take the reins?
Yes. Well, since I don't have any movies to watch, and I mean, we obviously do, but because nothing from the Oscars, I decided to randomly watch a limited document series about, it's called You Are What You Eat, a Twin Experiment.
Uh-huh.
And it went through pretty much it's an experiment on diets, having two different types of diets, a meat diet and a vegan diet. And they run this experiment on identical twins. And throughout, obviously, since it's, I think, 4 episodes, they go through why they're doing this experiment and pretty much what our society is, the flaws of our food, and what the benefits are of having a different diet outside of going to your grocery store and getting just the regular foods and meats and all that stuff. And so it was totally mind-blowing and life-changing that I am going to be transitioning to vegan.
Yeah. I think I am too.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
I mean, it's the perks that you get are there, and it's all about, I think the good thing that this documentary talks about is that, it's not easy. It's not easy to just change. Right. But at the same time, a lot of it is because of what we've been taught.
Sure.
And what we are told all the time, and the access that we're given to things.
Yeah.
And so, but more and more amazing people, shout out to all the amazing people who are allowing us the ability to have plant-based foods, to have healthy foods. Those amazing people are like, hey, we're finding the problem and we want to be a part of the solution. And so, people don't want to give up cheese. You talked about that. Well, we got a lady that's like,
making cheese.
I'm going to make some vegan cheese.
That's actually good.
So I'm excited to try it.
Yeah.
All.
Yeah, I have always considered going vegan, and my biggest thing being an athlete has always been, how am I going to sustain my body with, trying to keep my strength and energy up if I'm not getting the proper protein. And, it's on me to educate myself, of course, but it's always, that's been the daunting thing that's kept me from it.
Yeah.
But in just like this last year, I'm getting closer to 40, and I've noticed that it doesn't matter what I'm eating. I constantly am feeling run down. I'm feeling it's harder to prevent injury than it was before. And I know aging is a part of that, but it just feels like there's got to be something I could shift to take care of myself. And I feel like that's an area where it's not that I eat unhealthy on purpose, but I definitely don't focus on only eating things that are properly prepared, or like knowing how they're prepared. And a big problem is in our meat production industry.
100%.
The way that things are prepared, if you don't know and you actually go down a rabbit hole and find out how a lot of our meat is processed, it's really disgusting.
It is. Like, you won't even want to eat.
Well, yeah, like just the stuff that's added into it, let alone, yes, there's a lot of inhumane treatment towards the animals in different factories.
Yep.
But then it's what is pumped into it to make it look bigger or brighter or taste a certain way. And, if you don't take the time to sift through that, you have no idea what you're putting in your body.
Right.
And so I think after, listening to you talk about it, it's something that I've always considered, and I think maybe it's time. Not maybe, I think it's time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to trying this out. We talked about titrating our meat out.
Titration.
Instead of just going cold turkey, no pun intended. So, you know, because we all have wherever our grocery stock is at the moment, when you make this decision, is it just throw everything out
Right.
in this economy? Or
No.
do you kind of like take one thing at a time out slowly and just don't replace?
Right.
And so I think that's kind of where I'm going to start.
Yeah, that's
in this journey.
Yeah, that's the same. I mean, I looked up this weekend a bunch of different vegan recipes just so that because obviously we eat plant-based items.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sure.
And so it's like, okay, so what should I get more of that I already get?
Mm-hmm.
Or what do I need to shift completely?
Right.
So that's one thing that I'm doing is just looking up a bunch of different recipes and trying them out while I transition out so that I know what I like.
Yeah.
I know what I maybe don't like. I mean, because food is food. We all don't like everything.
Yeah.
You know, so as I have the food that I'm trying to transition out of that I know that I like, I'm at least transitioning to things I like.
You know you like.
Yeah.
Totally. I have some friends who are vegan too, and they've been for years. Mm-hmm. And I've seen them have challenges, you know, going to restaurants or, you know, having a hard time getting what they need, but they wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
They're very happy with this lifestyle and they feel much better and healthier. And I think for them, the challenges are worth the outcome big
100%.
time. So that's helpful to also know people. Mm-hmm. So we'd love to know anybody out there who watches us if you're vegan.
Yes, let us know.
If you have any suggestions or your experience, share your experience. We'd love to know.
Please.
And we're a very open-minded people. So if you have some anti-vegan information, things that debunk it or reasons why you think it's a bad idea, prove it wrong. You know, we want to hear all sides about that. Going your entire life without doing it and choosing to do it, you lived this long without it. So there are people who live to their 90s and have never changed their diet. Everybody is different, you know. So
absolutely.
So it's definitely something I want to get into, but I also want to know as much as I can.
Yeah.
From every angle.
From every angle.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that one of the other big pieces is how it's affecting our climate and like
totally
world as
our environment.
Our environment as a whole. I think that there's obviously the selfish perks of being healthy and, you know, hopefully not getting chronic diseases and all of that stuff. But there's this planet piece that is so when you take a step back and educate yourself on this stuff, you see how it's a full circle of it's not just how the food is prepared and then how it gets to you and how you eat. It's like, okay, so what is from the beginning of this food being processed, you know, what environments are those in and what I don't want to spoil anything because I highly recommend everybody watch it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's impacting our planet and our environment, and it's not like I'm a big old green thumb person, but at the same point, I do want to make changes because our environment is...
Well, and we've seen proof of this here. We live in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. Last week, we hit almost 100 degrees. It's March.
It's crazy.
That's usually end of May, June. You know, so we're seeing the proof of that in front of our face. You can't say that it isn't real.
Right.
So that's a big reason to start making changes if it could help.
Right.
You know, and if they're showing proof that it could, why not? You know, why not try?
Absolutely.
Why not give it a try?
Right, exactly. Well, and the other point of this that this documentary talked about that I think is hopeful in it is that more and more people are seeing this isn't just a fad. This is becoming a better way of life.
Better way of life.
And so more is being put into
efforts put into making it accessible.
Correct.
Yeah.
Making it accessible. Making more options for food. Making it taste wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, to where you don't have, you feel it tastes the same.
Right.
You know, and so I think that's another motivating factor is that, you know, hey, if you want some bacon, you could have some vegan bacon.
Yeah.
And it'll probably taste the same.
It'll taste the same, and you'll help the planet on the way.
Look at all the benefits. And you're having...
And your health.
And your health. Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
I like it.
So...
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I think we're on to something fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, so I think we can... it's on Netflix, right?
It's on
documentary.
Netflix.
Say what the title is again.
You Are What You Eat, a twin experiment.
Netflix. Check it out.
Check it out.
We would love to hear if anybody has any other documentaries that they've seen regarding going vegan or the food industry in general.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything that really inspired you to make a change in your life, we'd love to hear that.
Please tell us.
And any other accessible resources, like if you know places that sell really good vegan food, options of meat replacement, cheese replacement, egg replacement, stuff like that, send those.
Yep.
If we come up with anything, we see anything, we'll post them on
Yeah.
Instagram, or we'll post them in this video where you can see the link.
Yeah.
We'll get artsy with it.
Any help we can get, we all got to be in this together.
Hey.
So share the knowledge.
Yes.
Or if you hate it, I mean, share that
Share
too.
that too. Tell
Share
us
your
where we're
experience.
wrong. We want to know when we're wrong about stuff.
Yeah, sharing your experiences is good.
Yeah.
So
It's very good. Well, I think that was a really good first non-Oscars episode. We can do this.
We can do it.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
I'm Michael.
I'm Sam.
And this has been
Sis Synopsis. Bye, guys.